Bryant-Denny Stadium. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. So Alabama's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. Here he comes with the return. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. And now out to lead the attack, it's Cutter Bowley, a quarterback that was highly sought after, and I think we're going to see the reason why in this one. They'll try the left side. Defense all over him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Moves the pocket. It's Bowley. Good job just to get rid of that one.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense. Big play, putting it in.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Coming out with it, it's Farmer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Makes the grab on the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to go up top on second down. Right side, it's Hamilton. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. On the draw, it's Meadows. Here's a little room there. He's inside the 40. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Running inside, it's Boston. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Boston. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to go.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight. The defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Here's the bruising running back, Jordan Davison. Boy, are they excited about what he's going to bring to this running game. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Croma. Swamped immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Defense showing blitz here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Deep in the end zone, it's Meadows. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. To throw, it's Bowling. Look out! He's going to take off. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge. It's Meadows. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get.
Turning on the Jets. The tap. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurd! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Left side, it's Edwards. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. They'll run it. It's Chroma. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's talk about Alabama. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the... Such a weapon. We saw it all throughout. Game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's given this defense all they can handle.
Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. It's Boley. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. At the 45, on his way. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tells to fake. The throw. Out wide right, it's Farmer. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Drives inside. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Marshall quick to the line. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And here comes the heat and they get home and they get him at the 21. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. This drive was rolling and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Dropping back, it's Bowley. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Culliver. Makes the grab in their space. That completion will take in close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. 1 man in the backfield and he gets it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. 2nd half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Holds on, it's Davison. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Russell unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky 1st half.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to pass, it's Boley. Caught in the backfield, it's Meadows. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. They're all over it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here,
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. From the gun, it's Chroma. They were all over it.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Looking for a crease. It's Davison. There he goes. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking to pass. It's Boley. Fires immediately. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Making the adjustment on the play. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Marshall quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Out wide left, it's Culliver. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Wants to throw one first. He's got the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Drops back on first down. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Here comes the heat. Left side is Farmer. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Under pressure. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On target over the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Tough run here. It's Boston. Driven back.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll run it. Touchdown! Thundering Herd! Somehow, they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return, he stopped short of the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
What a run, man. I tell you what.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking for room. It's Davison. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They give it to him again. Brought down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Throwing Russell. He'll pull it down and run. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the 1st down with the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Look out! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it to keep the clock. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. That delay of game penalty took them out of 2nd and short. Here they come needing 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Kane. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown time!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the return, it's Farmer. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. To the air, it's Bowling. Finds his man. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Marshall quick to the line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 2nd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Culliver. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Fresh set of downs going up top. They get to him as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Keeps it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Right at the line. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
Oh, pressure's coming. They'll run the screen across the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Wide receiver going in motion. Sees some running room. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. A disappointing start to this season as they open